Hi, everyone. So, this message is going to hopefully get the wheels in your head going and take inventory of what's going on in your heart, because it is about people pleasing or God pleasing. Now, we're all guilty of it at some point, when, especially in our newer walks, we would shield or hide what God was doing. If people would ask what's going on in our lives because they do see a difference, whether it's not watching the same movies, listening to the same music, we might make up excuses like, oh, we're trying something new, or we're doing this whole new cleanse, or blah, 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 instead of giving God the glory. And that's exactly what happened in 1 Samuel with Saul. The kingdom was ripped from him, because even in 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 24, he admits it. He relied more on what people were saying and feared what they had to say than God. But we need to hold God higher in our lives than people, no matter who it is, because he values us more. He created us. And our walk is not going to be the same as them. And that's okay. We are called to be different. We are called out, and we are called our own purpose. Jesus explains in Matthew chapter 10, the hardships of being his disciples, what they need to do, and how to follow. He also explains to them not to people please and to fear God. Now, it's summed up in Matthew chapter 10, verses 34 through 39, when it says, "Do not think that I came to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemies will be those of his own household." It goes on to say, "He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he who does not take his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. He who finds his life will lose it, and he who loses his life for my sake will find it." So it's like I usually say, take inventory of your heart. It starts there. Choose you this day who you're going to follow, because we're going to lose those people in our lives. Jesus says it. It's the way that it's going to roll, and we need to know who's more important, the one who saved us and the one who's going to continue to bring us through until we can enter his kingdom, or the people that may not have been called, the people that love this world more than anything else. And God calls us out of this world. So we need to put God higher in our lives. We need to stop people pleasing, because you know what? If they're not going to benefit our lives anyways, if they're not going to bring us closer to Jesus, then we got to question it, right? So just take inventory of your heart, find out what is holding higher in your life than God, and cut it out now. God bless.